If you unmute and sing, it will help me also to sing next line.
Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana.
Please unmute and sing, Mataji. If you repeating, that will help me also. That's it. Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana
Vrajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vrajana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanacharari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Ranga Madhava
Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Gopina Vallabha Giridhari.
Jaya Gopinjana Vallabha Girivaradari.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jaya Gauraniya, Jaya Gauraniya, Jaya Gauraniya.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gandhar Vishwa Giri Hare Gandhar Vishwa Giri Hare Gaura Hare.
Jaya Gundara Krishna Giri Dhari, Gundara Krishna Giri.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitya Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol. संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु मंगलाचरण।
ओम अज्ञानं तिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाय शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयरूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललित श्रीविशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रीमते
Hare Krishna. Welcome all dear devotees on behalf of ISKCON Mangaluru Kulai Temple, and welcome all for the presentation today. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare
Namaskaram.
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So if you all can, keep your video on in the live, it will not go black. Okay, screen will not go black. Hare Krishna. Okay, so shall we go alphabetical order? Exactly 10 minutes. 6 of you are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's okay. So maximum 10 minutes. Less than that, okay. Anything is okay. Hare Krishna. So Arnat Chaitanya Das Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी
Yes.
Mataji, the question was who is responsible for the suffering of living entities yesterday. So that reference locus you are told to refer 4.14 and 5.14 and 5.15. So in 4.14, so analogy, if you're saying that, Prabhupada is explaining about the rainwater the example. So where rainwater, when rainfall happens, rainfall is not responsible for the different vegetations which is happening. So in the same way, uh, like in the same way, like there is no vegetation even without rainfall. In the same way, when the Krishna is not responsible for the action living entities. So where, but Krishna, provides all the facilities to us. But what action we do, the and what karma is getting, that is not Krishna is not responsible for that.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Is there anything else? 4.14, would you like to explain?
This purport rainwater explanation was by 4.14.
1 second. What is there were 3 verses, now 5 point, sorry, 5.14. 5.14.
In 5.14, Mataji, it is said that it is ignorance acquired from time immemorial that is the cause of bodily suffering and distress. So here Prabhupada is explaining why we are suffering. Here Prabhupada explained that it is the ignorance we have acquired from so many births, repeated births, that ignorance is the cause of suffering.
Correct.
And in 5.15, the living entity is bewildered by ignorance, desires to put into certain conditions of life, and thereby his chain of action and reaction begins. Yes, Mataji. Again in 5.15, like Prabhupada explained that the like how we desire for something, and inside there is one more doer, na, say, Paramatma. So Paramatma will instruct the Maya Devi. Then Maya Devi will again, facilitate everything for us. And the action we perform, then karma, we should only suffer for that. Krishna is aloof from all these things.
Hare
I'm
Krishna,
sorry,
Hari.
but I couldn't explain more.
Hari Bol. No, Prabhu, you very well explained. So that is what Krishna will arrange the things through Maya Devi.
Yes.
After that, he is not responsible. Okay,
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Hari Bol. Biju.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, yesterday we split the shlokas between us. So I was primarily looking into the 4.14, but I'll try to attempt. So basically, what I understood there, exactly what Prabhuji has already spoken about. Krishna, while he provides every facility and even fulfills the desires, but he is not attached or responsible for the result. And the analogy given there is again about the rainfall, which is not responsible for different types of vegetation which happens. So that's main thing which is mentioned there. Again, who is responsible when we say because of the ignorance which covers the real knowledge, the desire is by the soul, and the super soul sanctions it through Maya Devi, and then the material nature is a doer then. So that's how we get entangled again into the karma. So this was briefly which I wrote it yesterday. I did not do further homework. So that's how it is.
Okay, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you. Next, A, B, C, D, F, M. Monica Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I have collected very few points because I'm having exams, so I did not study well.
No problem, Mataji.
I have collected some points, Mataji, from 5.14. Krishna, who is the responsible of the karma? It means Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that the Lord is not responsible for the reactions of the soul because he is not the creation of the activities, actions which we have done. So the results is not going to be considered as a Krishna is done to be this like this. So it is it is the nature of the Swayam Bhava. Means our Bhava only we have done the all reactions. So of the each karma, the results which is going to be getting in the future, it was our fault. So each individual that the actions is going to be each person is responsible for their own karma. It's like analogy from this in a garden where flowers will grow and we will get nice smell from it. Like that only when the rainy season comes, sometimes it may smell bad due to heavy rains. The flowers will going to be dry up and it is going to be vanished. So we cannot able to say that sun have done this to me because he is not the responsible of the what the garden have what the rain have done. So uh, the body, the physical actions and the interactions with the environment, influenced by the material nature. Means the material nature, due to the influence of the material nature only, the soul is going to be act. The soul is the doer of the actions using the body as the attachment and nature. The Supreme Lord says that the Lord provided the condition but does not control the actions directly. He gives the soul free will and he is the ultimate soul of the guidance. The soul is performed actions using the body, influenced by the material nature. The Supreme Lord oversees the process, providing the circumstance, but he will not forcible to do their actions. The results of the actions depends upon the soul's choice. It is completely what we have done. It is completely our choice. What we have done, we cannot able to blame the Lord that he is doing with us like this. For example, most of the people will say that if someone's child was dead in their small age, some their mothers will say that why the Lord has done to me like this, but they don't know that they have past karmas which they have to go through it. Like they have having very limited time to uh, to do their actions in this world. After that, the soul will leave the body and it will go to another body. Like, they will not understand this analogy, but they will completely blaming the Lord always. They when a spiritual person tries to tell that it is not correct to blame them, we should accept the truth because no one is going to be permanent in this world. So. Uh, Supreme Lord is not the responsible for the karma. Our own reactions, which have done in the past, it is going to be apply for our future also. It will come back like a circle. This is my belief. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you, very well explained. Only one small thing is, we are not going to be permanent. You said correct, Mataji, in this world. A small correction, who are the we? We are the soul. Soul is going to be permanent, only this body. So when we say we are not going to be permanent, means this body is not permanent. As you said beautifully, soul is there, the soul takes the karma. When the soul leaves the body, it takes the karma. That is why, according to the karma, next body is given by the arrangement of, through the arrangement of material nature by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Very nice, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prasanchit Prabhu. I thought Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Like, who's responsible for the suffering? As other devotees nicely explained about that. Like like even in 5.4.14, Krishna says some topics like nimitta matram evasho srijayam sarga karmani pradhanam karani bhuta yato vai srija saktayam. That is like this material creation, the Lord is the supreme cause. Similarly, we have this immediate cause in the material nature, that is the cosmic manifestation that is visible, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a loop of all these material actions, the past, the good and bad beliefs. For example, the king may be ruling the particular kingdom, but the king does not be entangled with the state laws, because it is suggested that the king is does all good. So similarly, when Krishna comes in this material world, he is aloof of that. But materially speaking, this living entities who are entangled in so-called material things, they get entangled in them, not the God. So whatever they desire, they get the things. Even you were saying some topics like whatever you aspire some of the other day, like after 10 years or any of the particular time, we get that. But the time is what separating it. So whatever he desires, the particular soul, it has been fulfilled by the Lord. So the suffering and happiness is because of that one particular living entity who aspires for so-called happiness and distress. So one is who fortunate enough to get this knowledge is very rare. So unless and until we get a bona fide spiritual master, association of devotees, we don't know about this. So we get a right approach to think, and our desires become purified, and by the purified desire we acquire for something greater that will not bind us to this material world, so that we can elevate ourselves to the higher consciousness and make ourselves eternally spiritually serving the Lord. So if we desire for serving the Lord, similarly this binding of the things will stop, and after life we can serve the Lord after this birth. So like we say that yam vapi smaram bhavam tajatante kalevaram tam tam eveti kontaya sada tad bhavita. And that means, like, at the end of the time, if we keep serving the Lord throughout our life, and similarly at the time of death, we will remember Lord. So once we remember the Lord, we will be transmigrated to this eternal Golok Vrindavana and keep serving Him, so that these actions and reactions doesn't affect us in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Because we are only the Nimitta Matra, as you beautifully said. He is the cause of all causes. What has to happen, he decides. But through somebody, as he used Arjuna, correct? For, like what happened, Brahma, everybody, all the devatas went telling this Bhumi is getting very heavy, Bhara, with the people who are irreligious. So you only have to come, Krishna, to, you only have to do something, Krishna, to reduce this heaviness, weight of the, overpopulation of this earth. So then Krishna used Arjuna as a nimitta. He could have done, but he wants to give the credit to his devotees. He doesn't want any credit. See, wherever Krishna has won, he never owned or he never ruled. Hastinapur, he gave it to Yudhishthira. Similarly, that Kansa, when he killed Kansa, whom did he make the king of that region? Hare Krishna.
Ugrasen, his grandfather.
Ugrasena, yeah.
Grandfather.
Hari Bol, Ugrasena, correct? So similarly, Krishna doesn't want anything. He is only fighting for his devotees. Hare Krishna. Very nice, Prabhu. Wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Now,
Krishna.
yes, Prabhu.
No, Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Yes. PQR, Rohini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Am I audible? Okay. Mataji, you had asked, explain who is responsible for the suffering of the living entities. So, who is responsible for the suffering of the living entities? It is a living entity only. Prabhupada explains, he explains that in 5.15, he explains us how for time immemorial we have this desire not to do Krishna consciousness. And then we have been doing activities and the result of those activities. So, we are entangled in it. He explains this very well in the purport of 5.15. Then in 5.14, he also says that we desire, Lord sanctions, and Prakriti makes the facility. Lord's external energy, the inferior energy, makes the facility. So now one may question, but Lord is sanctioning. So if Lord is sanctioning, why is he not responsible? That Prabhupada explains very well in the purport. In 5.15, he gives an example. Like the one who is close to the flower can smell the flavor of the flower. So because Paramatma is close to us, he knows our desire. And so he sanctions our desire. But again, the question remains, then why Paramatma is not responsible for the suffering of living entities? For that, Prabhupada explains that with an example where he says that the king makes laws, but he is not liable to the law himself. So with that example, he very well explains. He also explains why Lord is not responsible, why we cannot blame the Lord for our suffering. Then Prabhupada says that Lord is Vibhu and we are Anu. And because Lord is Vibhu and independent, being an Anu Atma, we also have that little bit of independence which Lord has. And then we misuse the independence. So very well, Prabhupada gave this analogy to explain that why Lord is not responsible. He never interferes. So now the question arises, but then Prakriti is arranging. So why Prakriti should be responsible, one may ask. So in that, Prabhupada gives an analogy. He explains in which 4.14, I think he gives an analogy that when it rains, there is different types of vegetations are grown. But then rain is not the one only responsible for the vegetation. Rain is basically creating the field so that there can be vegetation. And that is what Prakriti is only under the instruction of the Lord, creating facilities where we can where we can fulfill our desires. So in this way, Prabhupada very well explained that why it is only the living entities who is responsible for the suffering. So then what is the way out? The way out is that we have to come out of this conditioning by taking Krishna consciousness, and then in the later purport, Prabhupada explains that which will begin by seeking a bona fide spiritual master who will help us to teach what Krishna consciousness, how to practice Krishna consciousness. So we, the living entities, are only responsible, are the ones only responsible for our suffering. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Very, very well explained, beautifully explained. Correct. See, as Mataji and Prabhuji, they all explained the analogy given by Srila Prabhupada. In one lecture, Srila Prabhupada says, the government lay down the rules. But even when the government lay down the rules, government is not responsible, and the government does not have to follow it. Krishna gives the rules, he doesn't have to follow it. See, say for example, simple example, we all of us know the traffic rules. But when the government representative of Prime Minister or any minister comes, they don't have to stand in the signal. They will have that, light and siren, etc. They don't have to wait. In fact, escorts will be paving the path for them to move. So they are not responsible. Same way that High Court judge also. He knows the rules and everything, and he will give the judgment. And whatever judgment he gives, the judge is not responsible for that. Same way, Krishna is not responsible. That is very beautiful. That is why you all remember that verse, no, which I keep telling, 3.31.3. Karmana daivanetrena. Karmana daivanetrena jantur dega upapadyate. This jantur. What is jantur? I'll show that. 3.31.3 I said, correct? 1 second. Beautiful it is. And 1 second. Karmana daivanetrena jantur dehopapadyate. Pravishta Striyaha Udaram. Sorry. 1 second, I put a wrong number. Pravishta 331. 331, correct, Prabhu? Yeah. Say, I have not shared. I'm sorry. I have not shared it.
331.
Yeah. Yes.
331.
331. Karmana Devanetrena Jantur Deha Upapadyate. Because of the karma, what we have performed, this living entity. Jantur means living entity. Deham, we attain this body. How? Daivanetrena. What is Daivanetrena? Is under the supervision of the Lord. That is what Paramatma is inside. He notes down all the desires, and he notes down all the karma what we have performed. And Prabhuji has said yam vapi smarana bhavam. Whatever the living entity desires at the time of soul leaving the body. Correct? So there is a connect, you see. Personality of God gets said under the supervision of Supreme Lord. This is the Paramatma who is in our heart, as Mataji just now said. And according to the result of his work, karma, the living entity, the soul is made to enter into the womb of a woman. Striyaha pravishta. See? Striya pravishta udaram. Into the womb of the woman, it enters. What? The living entity enters. How? In the form of a, what is it? Okay. Semen. Correct? What is the word? Retaka. Retaka is the semen. Kanakshareha, particles of. Kana means particles. Pumsaha is the living entity again. Okay? Hare Krishna. So the soul is made to enter into the womb of a woman to the particle of a male semen to assume a particular body. So we should remember this very well. 331.1. Okay? Nice verse that is. So if anyone says why I am suffering, Lord is not responsible for our suffering. We only Jiva is responsible. Mataji forcefully said, correct? So we are responsible. We have sown the seed. So when the crop comes, we can't say, why am I getting this crop? Why not another crop? We have sown that seed. No. So that particular, say after seeing the guava seed, you can't expect a mango in the mango season. I will get a mango, I will enjoy the mango. Is it not? Hare Krishna. So wonderfully everybody explained. Yeah, yes, next. Yes. I think 2 are there, no? In yes. No. Only, okay, Prabhu. Shanandas Krishna Prabhu, only you are there. I thought Shruti Mataji is also there. Hare Krishna, go ahead, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandavat
Yes,
Pranam.
Prabhu.
So, 4.14 Mataji, so I read, and so in that, like first translation, I am telling, Krishna's work does not affect him. Like, Namam Karmani Limpanti, as you told, like in class, Limpanti means aloof. So, his work, like there is no work like he's not attached, like he's not work is means the work
Bound.
entangled are bound. So he's not bound by any work. Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phala spruha. Ante means that karmic, like fruitive actions, like reactions of the fruitive. Uh, he's not aspiring for the fruitive actions, like reaction, like analogy is given. So like. Some like factory, like proprietor of the some company and their laborers. So proprietor, so he's giving facilities, so like the workers, they are working and some mistakes are there. If they do any mistakes, he like as a proprietor, he's providing some facilities. So in that, like laborers or workers, they, if they do any mistakes, he's not responsible for their mistakes, like that. Krishna, and in that after, like in Prabhupada mentioned, that proprietor is not aspire for lower lower things, like as laborer desire. Like Krishna is not desire for the heavenly planet, like heavenly planet, like Prabhupada like mentioned in the purport. So for high advance, like people are advanced sense gratification, for advanced sense gratification, people are engaging that actions to get to going to the higher planets, like heavenly planet. So they are work for that purpose. And generally like Krishna is not like that. Krishna no need to aspire for the higher planets, that second line. So name karma phala spruha means he's not aspiring for the heavenly planets, like second line. And third line, iti mam yo abhijanati, like one who understand this. So whoever understand this about Krishna's, like work is not affected by work is not affected. So Krishna, so one who understand this, iti mam yo abhijanati, so karma bhir na sabhadyate. So he's always aloof from, same like Krishna, the devotee or Krishna conscious person, always aloof from the situation, like aloof from the activities of the work. So the fourth line, like Prabhupada given some analysis, like first in first line of the purport, like state law, like king. So the king is not subjected to the state laws, like he only created that laws, like that, like Krishna. So he like created ekamsha anastito jagat, like one by third, like material nature is created by him. He's like made one of the amsha. So he created and he's aloof from the material nature. So he created and he's aloof from that nature. He's not subjected to that particular work, and he does not get entangled in the work. So he created for ourselves, like king created, and so uh, king not aloof from the, like, and not subjected to the laws of the government. So like that, citizens may suffer. And as you told Mate, like traffic rules also, like you said, so traffic rules, like given by the state laws. So but we so as you said, so if any like CM or main person is come, so if that rules are not affected by, like affected that person, like main person, but as the citizens are, they are under the government, under the supreme personality of Godhead. So we get affected for that. That loss is for us, not for the supreme Lord, as you said, Mataji. So next, and in that same purpose, so Prabhupada like example, given example for the rain. So for example, rains are like and Lord is never partial to anyone. So only the living entity are like whoever, like we. I am only responsible for my own karma. He's not responsible for the, like my karma. He's like in 15 point, like 5.15 he said. So God propose, like man proposes, God disposes. So we desire something and God gives, as like Mata, like in purport 5.15 purport. So Prabhupada like mentioned that like smell flowers, like flowers smell. So if flower smell is nearby, we will so able to smell the flower, as super soul is sitting near the soul. So he always, like you said, he's with the karmana daiva netrana. He's always witnessing, or whatever we are desired, he's like observing. So he's observing, and he's like in 15, like 5.15 verse, like Prabhupada said that, so whatever we like desire, he will give, but according to our desire. Yeah, like Prabhupada mentioned. So Paramatma is give. So like one of the Radhishyam Prabhu lectures, I heard that. So if anybody wants, like, so one person is there, so you want to buy a cloth, like some dan pere, so he want to some marriage, for marriage he want to one kurta he want. So go to one like shop that is cost of 20,000. So but he saw and he checked the price. So price tag, he's unable to buy that. He has only 10,000 only. So he unable to buy that cloth. So he goes to another shop and he only purchase whatever he had money. So he will purchase that amount only, like that amount kurta only. So like that Prabhupada also mentioned, man proposes, God disposes according to our like deserve, how much we are deserve. So God only deserve that particular. So like sorry, I interrupt. Like rain also same, rain and vegetable. So rain is not responsible for which seed going, like different seeds are growing. So whenever rain is like rain is there, different seeds are growing. So different seeds are come out from the different plants. So because like it is comparing with the our own like past karmas. So we are many, like living entities are many. So we have own actions and reactions are based on our past karma. So like that, so God given, like rain gives and rain pours on every seeds. So based on what seeds, like it is some mango tree or neem tree something. So based on that seed, it will grow. Like that, our past karma we will grow as a living entity. God gives, like God gives facilities, and God even sanction whatever we need. God, like God wait a minute. So God, like God given, God sanctions, God witness, so he will sanction everything, but he's not like he will not responsible for the action and reactions what we do. So that is and one more thing from last 4.14. So like this I'm ending with this, sorry. So anyone who is full so like that fourth line, karma birnasa badate. So whoever aloof from, like one who understand this truth about the Lord, like who he's working in the Krishna consciousness, like so he's also not aloof from the actions and reactions of the work. So in the last 4.14 Prabhupada mentions, one who does not know the transcendental nature of the Lord, who thinks that activities of the Lord aimed at fruitive results are the activities of the ordinary living, and certainly becomes entangled himself in fruitive activities. But one who knows the supreme truth is liberated soul, fixed in Krishna consciousness. So thank you, Mataji, for giving this opportunity.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. As you said, correct. Everything is karmana daiva netrena. If we understand, we will own responsibility for our own suffering. When we don't understand, then we will say, no, I am not responsible. As Mataji now said, why then material nature is not responsible? Why then Krishna is not responsible if he sanctioned? And why material nature not responsible if it is arranged everything? It also should own the responsibility. So it is what do you call that in English? Parsing the parcel, blaming others for everything. Is it not? If something good happened, yes, I am the root cause. If something bad happens, then we say, I am not responsible, the other person is responsible. So something bad happening with us, we have a tendency to say, it's all because of the Lord. Something very good things happen, I did it. I worked so hard, how much I endeavored. You will not be able to understand how much I worked hard. This is what the nature. Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Fine. Thank you, Prabhuji. Anyway. You wanted to explain so many things, and I think somebody had written something. What is that? Rain. Yeah, Rohini Mataji written that beautifully there. Rain, land, see 18.14. The other day I told you to open and see, no? Same, that's what Mataji has written. There are 5 factors which are responsible for any work. Of course, in this chapter we have learnt there are 3. That's the soul, super soul, and material nature. Along with that, even if material nature arranges, with our own senses we do that work, correct? So that is why Karanam in the 18.14, what is it? Karta cha Karanam. Karta cha also Karanam, the instruments, Adhishanam, the body, and Karta, Karanam. Finally, Daivincha, super soul is also included. So, what are the 2 extra factors which is included in 18.14? That is the separately doer. Space, the body, the doer, the senses, and the Vividaksha Pratak Cheshta. Different endeavors. So Karanam and endeavors are added over there. Correct? Thus it becomes 5 factors which are responsible for any action happening. Okay? Hare Krishna. Anyway, with the sanction of the Lord. Finally, the Lord has to sanction, otherwise nothing will happen. Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Your
Hare
time
Krishna,
starts.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
All are explained very well, Mataji. So, the soul was, the question was, who is the responsible for the suffering of the soul, right, Mataji? So, the soul was the spiritual. It is was spiritual nature. It was coming from the spiritual, and when in soul was coming to in this material world, it contaminated by its 3 modes of material natures and its gunas, and we know as it is like swabhava. So due to that swabhava, this soul was contaminated with material nature. This soul was acted like master of the city of the body. Like the soul was independent, like it is like some quality was like super soul, the Paramatma, sorry, supreme personality of Godhead. Like he is like a master of the whole universe, Bhuktaram Yagistapasam. So similarly, this soul also same qualities, but this soul was Anuatma. So he was a soul was forget his constitutional position. So due to that forgetful of the constitutional position of this soul, it was embodied in the material body, and its act like proprietor and master. It also wants to lord over the material nature also. And so this soul was do many things due to bewilderness. In 15th point sloka, it's Prabhupada written lamentation, because soul was due to act. He was not, or no, not a soul, not because soul was nature was to desire. Actually soul was nature was to desire, and soul was nature is active. Always soul was active, do some work. So but this world is soul doesn't know this world is murtyalayam ashashvatam, because ignorance. So due to this ignorance and this murtiloka asashvatam, it is don't know. So due to this swabhava, its desires. So its desires, because what happened, the soul was commits many actions. For further it becomes like reactions. Reaction will be like fruits of the actions, and it's repeat again unstoppable chain. Like heat somewhere it's like somewhere in the bhuloka, somewhere in the patala loka, somewhere in the narkaloka, somewhere it's like swargaloka, enjoying as a bhoga sarira, right, enjoying as a bhoga sarira. But soul doesn't realize that all these 14 slokas are temporary, controlled by Maya Devi, and temporary, and it is not doer, this whatever he is doing, not himself is not doing, it was doing this material world act like a prone to do. Okay, Mataji, it material world acting, because he was acting because was material nature, so he was forced to act like some this kind of activities. So all Prabhujis and Matajis are given so many analogies, and Mataji you also told many analogies. So I don't give any analogy, but whatever its soul's desires, it's due to its independent, and because because it's part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, it's acted like that, but neither he is master, neither he is proprietor of this material world. Due to this soul was contaminated of this ocean of miseries, and lamented and suffers too much, because of here no happiness, because only Maya Devi gives that three modes of material miseries. So that still the soul will not realize the only get soul for this to come out of this miseries, to get the know the ultimate truth. I am not this body, I am the soul, I am the part and the parcel of Supreme Jivera Swarupa Nitya Dasa Krishna Dasa Hoi. Hare Krishna, this is my statement.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. This is another reason. Karmana Devanetrana, one reason for suffering. Another reason for suffering is ignorance. What is ignorance? Absence of the real knowledge is ignorance. Can we define darkness? Absence of light is darkness, is it not? So what is ignorance? Absence of real knowledge. So what is real knowledge? I am the Dasanudasa. We forget. We think we claim ownership in this material world. We become the proprietor. So when we try to become the proprietor, we are acting against the nature of material law. Isn't it? That is why this problem comes. Prabhuji touched upon one word. That is Swadharma. No, sorry. Prabhuji said Swabhava. Correct? Prabhuji used the word Swabhava. Correct. Whole life is a struggle between this. I think we have very well again and again explained in level 2. Correct, Prabhuji? The struggle is between the Swabhava and Swadharma. Swabhava is what? Which you have brought with us. The soul has brought from the previous birth. Swadharma is in this particular birth, which varna, which ashrama I am supposed to do that. That is Swadharma. So soul tells do something else due to the accumulated sin or accumulated karma, probably. Okay. And Shastra say do this. So now there is a struggle. What one to do? Which one to do? What the soul says, desires. Desire means what? Soul is telling you want this, you do this, you don't do this. That is what the soul says. So soul is saying something, Shastra is saying something. So our whole life is a struggle between the two. If you remember, what was the verse number? 3.35, I think. Shreyan Swadharma Abhigunaha Paradharmo Swanishtitaha. I think 3.35 only. Same verse is given in 18.47 also. Same verse. Only the second, third, and fourth pada is different in both the verse. As the word Manmanabhav Madbhakto. Same way, correct? That is 9.34, I think. Last verse of 9. Chapter number 9. So 9.34 and 18 point somewhere 65 are will come. So 9.34 is what? Exactly half. Exactly half of Bhagavad Gita is 9.34. Same way, double if you see 18.65, not 64, 18.65. Same Anmanabhav Madbhakto. Okay. Similarly, one more verse is repeated, that is 18.47 and 3.35. Same verse. Importance is given. That is why Manmanabhav Madbhakto is the most confidential secret. That is why in the 9th chapter, last it is given. 9th chapter is what? The name of the 9th chapter is most confidential knowledge. So Krishna gave the most confidential knowledge. How to attain him? That is the Sambandha. how to attain him is the process, Abhideya. How to attain him? Always worship me, always remember me, always pay obeisances unto me. This is the most secret knowledge. One second. Ma'am, I'll call you in 10-15 minutes, please. Yeah, I'll see the message. Just 10 minutes you give me, I'll see. Okay. So, here what happens? The Shastras say, do your duty according to your Varna and Ashrama. But the soul which has taken all the accumulated previous is, that is sanskara, you all might have heard, correct? Sanskara, impressions.
Impressions.
In English we say impression, in Sanskrit we say sanskara. So that sanskara becomes our original nature. Original nature is actually Jivera Swarupa Krishna Nityadasa. So we are in ignorance, we forget our original nature and we have brought some artificial nature from the previous birth. So how to act between the two? That is why we are, we are entangled in this material world. Kaidi. It's a material world, it's a jail. We all have come here as a prisoner. So what happens, as I think one of the devotees said, whom I forgot, it's my mistake. They said spiritual master comes, he releases. And Shastra is given, jail rules are given. If you follow the jail rules exactly, then the prime minister or a president comes and they say your tenure is reduced. So you can now, you are now released. Similarly, we have come as it's like imprisonment we are in. But the Guru comes and gives us the, you behave like this, then you will get the freedom immediately. So he cuts this knot. What is it? Hridaya Granthi. It's a beautiful verse. I forgot the beginning of the verse. Hridaya Granthi. Chintanti Hridaya Granthi. Chiyante Sarva. 1 second. What is it? Chintanti Hridaya Granthi. Chintanti Hridaya. 1 minute. Very, very beautiful verse here, this one. Hare Krishna. I hope I get it. Hari Bol. Are you able to see my screen? 11.20.30. Is my screen visible? No, sorry, I have not shared. 1 second. Yeah, see such wonderful words. Bidyante hridaya granthi, chidyante sarva samshayah, kshiyante chasya karmani, mai drishte akilatmani. Bidyante, piercing. Hridaya granthi, in the knot in our heart. Chidyante, that is cut into pieces. What is cut into pieces? All doubts. When we cut this karmani, what is karmani? That's what we are learning. To cut the chain of fruitive action which we have done for so many births. How can it be done? Mahi akilatmani. That means we have to cut this knot by Mahi. You have to see me internally. Bahirmukhi, antarmukhi we say, correct? So the knot in the heart is pierced. All misgivings are cut into pieces. Chain of fruitive action is terminated when I am seen as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when this Atma turns andarmukhi, obviously we are seeing the Paramatma. So the Paramatma helps us to cut this knot. Okay, what is this knot? Fruitive action for so many births which we have done. So remember this, a beautiful verse. Vidyante hridaya granthi chityante sarva samshayah kshiyante chasya karmani mai drishte akilatmani. One who sees me. Hare Krishna. Okay? Wonderful. You all did a very, 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 very wonderful this thing. One thing I wanted to tell, that 14th verse. Namam limpanti. Limpanti. We saw what is limpanti? Aloof. So, okay. So, independent. Independent also we always use again and again, correct? That is Swarat. The Lord is independently acting. He is not subject to this material nature. So whenever we say material nature, as Vamshidhar Prabhu told, we have to mention the guna. This material nature is not aloof from the guna. So because of the gunas only we do karma. Because of material nature, correct. But the material nature induces to do karma through this material guna. Okay. What is that? Prakrite kriya karmani, gunega karmani sarvashaka. That is there for memorization. 3.27. Prakrite kriya manani, gunega karmani sarvashaka. Ahankara vimudhatma, karta, ahamiti manyate. Till the I is there, it will feel I am doing it. But who is actually doing it? The three modes of material nature, three modes. That modes has to be, wherever you all said material nature, the modes has to come. You know, the word is very, very important. So that is equal to three gunas, which is that as Arjuna told, who is pushing me from behind? Atakena prayoktavyam. So these gunas, according to our all the previous births. Okay? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, it's anyone in this material body, in material world get. So due to his limited power, he was forced to do, prone to do, act according to material nature.
Correct.
Nobody will be exemption.
Haribol.
If the person is in spiritual consciousness, then only he will be separate, because he was in contact with close to marginal energy. This marginal energy is like material world, material energy, inferior energy, and spiritual energy. Both is there. But when he come into contact with spiritual life or spiritual master or Krishna, then he was in consciousness. Then he will not get that entanglement. Either he was forced to do.
Correct.
I read this Bhagavatam in detail, one purport, excellent purport. I forgot that sloka, but the material nature he was acted to, like forced to do, and he was limited condition life, limited power, he will prone to act like that.
Hare Krishna. Ignorance.
Ignorance
Correct.
also,
Yeah.
nobody will be aloof, Mataji. Everyone will
No,
be
sir,
suffer.
for that there is an example of, no one even, no one is exempt. Prabhuji is told, see, Kaikeyi sent Ram. She deprived
Excellent,
Kaushalya.
Mataji, right? I want to give this an
Example,
Thank you,
correct?
Mataji.
We have
Yeah.
discussed.
Yes.
So, next, but tell Prabhu, you only tell, no problem.
Actually, Mataji, I want to tell this story because the Kaikai Mataji was, because he was material nature, he was lamenting for his own sons to be master of the kingdom, right, Mataji? King. So she was not in that spiritual consciousness, right, Mataji? Even he was own master, husband, spiritually very, very elevated, but she was not that kind of elevated because Asat Sangha, right, Mataji?
Correct,
Asat Sangha.
correct.
So due to this Asat Sangha, lower mankind of with relationship, she was also contaminated. But before she was not like that. She was very love to Rama. Right,
Yeah.
Mataji? Even
Correct.
right. He
But
was very
I wanted to
beloved
tell that exemption, Prabhu.
Okay.
What is
Mataji.
the exemption? Exemption is she sent Rama to forest for 14 years. So
Yeah.
Kaushalya was deprived of that Putra Viyoga, we can say, or she was deprived of love for her own son. Okay. So what happened when the Dwapara Yuga came? What happened? Devaki and Yashodamaya. Devaki, she was deprived because she is now compared to, not compared to, she is, who is that? Kaikeyi. Now she is deprived of the love for her own son. There, Kaushalya could not enjoy the Vatsalya, Prema of her son. So here she became Yashodamaya. Get my point? So that is what it's saying. Even Krishna's parents are not exempted from their karma.
Law
You
of
have sown the
material
seed
nature.
of sending Kaushalya's son to the forest. So here the material nature, the nature sent her own son to Yashoda, and Yashoda Maya enjoyed that Vatsalya Baba. Yes, Mataji, Rohini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, this I'm hearing for the first time, Mataji. So Yashoda Maya is Kaikai's is rebirth the right word for lack of?
Yes, Mataji. This is one of the very, very elevated Acharya's lecture, Mataji. Even I did not know this for a very, very long time. But after I had heard his lecture, I was sharing in my classes in level 2. Yes, Mataji.
But isn't it, Mataji? They say that Yashoda is eternal there. I mean,
Yeah, eternal. To teach us a lesson. With Krishna, he brings all his Sangopanga Parshate. When he came as Mahaprabhu, he brought everybody along with him. So all the Vrajavasis are none other than the Nitya Siddhas. Who are Nitya Siddhas, who are already liberated and who all are living in Goloka. Krishna come with them only, no? The Vraja damsels are nothing but the Gopas from his own Goloka, he brought them.
okay.
Correct.
Okay, but okay,
To teach us that lesson. To teach us the lesson, even Krishna's associates are not exempted from the karma. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Okay, one more question comes in my mind, Mataji. But then Kaikai also suffered, right? Because Bharat Maharaj didn't took away all the rights that he just disowned her as his mother. So as such, got her. But then I think I'll rest the case because Krishna says that Gahona Karmana Ghati, so we don't know.
Okay. No, otherwise your question is a wonderful question. I'll give you another example. Then you will be able to understand. See, as Prabhuji just now said, Kaikeyi was more closer than who is that?
Own sons. His own
Kaushalya.
sons.
Correct.
Kaushalya.
She was very close. But still, Ram requested her that I am choosing you for this pastime. That means she was more elevated than Kaushalya. Okay, this is number one. Number two, Brahma Vimohan Leela. When Brahma came to know Krishna, initially he thought, how can this cowboy can be the Supreme Personality of God? But when he came to, Krishna, Brahma Vimohan Leela, all of you know, when he saw everything is as usual happening in Vrindavan, he realized this is only Supreme Personality of Godhead can do it. That time, he himself is asking for punishment. He himself is telling Krishna, Krishna, I have done such an abominable act. You please punish me. So that punishment from God does not come as punishment. It comes as a boon. So he gave the boon of you will be born as Haridas Thakur in Yavana family. And Haridas Thakur got the opportunity of chanting 3 lakh names in a day. Who else could have done it? Correct. So this comes as a boon. So this is again karma. He did some karma in the previous birth. Next birth he had to suffer. But because Krishna is there, this suffering came as a boon. Like Nalagriva. Manigriva and Nalakubera. Krishna himself came to elevate them. The Narada's curse came as a boon. Correct, Mataji? Did I answer you? Your question is answered?
Yes, Mataji, many things I didn't know just today about the
Hare
Ramayana
Krishna.
pastime. Thank you,
See,
Mataji.
actually, Mataji, when we are in the Bhagavad Gita class, no, not much time. Even at least 10 verses we are supposed to do. Correct. So, extra time we don't get to discuss all these pastimes. But Bhagavatam is beautiful. It is really beautiful. Everything is in Bhagavatam. So we say, manual, this is life manual, Bhagavad Gita. But Bhagavatam is what?
Practical.
It is applied, all those, pastimes of Bhagavatas who have imbibed all this, what do you call that? The Bhagavatam which is written, they have lived and shown us. Correct?
These are-
Practically. That is why. Yes, Mataji. Any other doubt? Hare Krishna. Okay. So, but you all did a very, 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 very wonderful job.